Hi Aquarius, doing your reading today for April 2023. I'm using the Slavic Folklore Lenormand deck today, so we're just going to be doing just a bit of a general reading for your April 2023. So firstly we're going to do 2 for your general life portion, 2 for love and romance portion. Oh, I pulled 3 there, that's fine. 2 for your career and finances, 1 for your general health. And then at the bottom of the deck we have the clouds card. So clouds card can talk about doubts, confusion, secrets, those sorts of things. It's more talking about your thoughts. So being aware of our thoughts this month and focusing on keeping those thoughts positive. If you're thinking positive will be seen. If you're thinking negative, you'll only see the negative. So really focusing on keeping those thoughts positive, looking for the silver lining this month for you guys there, Aquarius. So for your general life portion, we do have the cross and the fish. Okay, so the fish is one of the financial cards. It does talk about abundance and, money, basically, wealth, finances, all those sorts of things in that arena there. We do also have the cross there. So in this deck, that can be talking about strong convictions, as well as, heavy burdens that we place upon ourselves when it comes to your financial life. But the cross does have a very strong element of, what do we all think of when we see that cross? We always think of the Christian sort of values that do come into play when it comes to the cross imagery. Obviously, it's been around a lot longer than just Christianity, but it does sort of talk about that spiritual side of ourselves, whether you're religious or not. It does talk about your beliefs and your belief systems, having strong convictions in what you believe in, as well as an element of following your destiny. So when it comes to just your general life portion, finances this month are going to be a bit something coming into play for you this month, Aquarius. I would be talking about, if you have been sort of needing to spend money on some spiritual type things, now is the month to be looking at those sorts of things. If you have a spiritual retreat or a Bible thing that you do need to invest a little bit of abundance and wealth into, that now is the month to be looking at those things, but mostly about having that really strong conviction with where we want to go with our financial selves, where we want to actually be financially in the future, what we want our destiny to look like when it does come to our finances. So finances being pretty heavy for you guys this month. I will check your actual financial cards. Your career and financial cards here today are going to be the rodent and the grave. So straight away, because I've drawn these cards together in your financial section, and finances being very important to you this month, I would actually be very wary of where your money is going. With the mouse there, we could be talking about some sort of loss or theft. So it's a bit of a warning for you guys this month to sort of really have a good look at your finances and where are you spending too much money that you could actually be saving that money. There is potentially some sort of a loss happening in your financial zones at this current time, and the grave being the coffin in the traditional deck there, it does sort of talk about closing things off. So really checking those finances over and closing out anything that, like you may have old accounts that are just sitting there taking interest off you because there's no money or something like that. Any old accounts where they might be just draining you, things that you're not using. So like if you have accounts that you're paying the subscription fee, but you're not actually using them, now is actually telling you to stop, look at all those sorts of things and close off anything that is not supporting you the best financially at this time. So a bit of a warning for you guys there when it does come to your finances, but with the cross and the fish in the general portion there, like I said, it does carry that strong element of sort of that spiritual element as well. So if we're looking at our finances, don't be too swayed by any potential negatives that you may find. It's just sort of telling you that you may find those negatives at this time where you are losing money, and to really sort of be checking over those things and making sure you're not continuing those things into the future. So we don't want to lose any more money than what we already have. So, you may find an interest rate has changed that you weren't aware of, things like that. So really just fine checking over our finances this month, and ending out anything that doesn't serve you at the moment. So stop the spending when it comes to things that you don't need. This month is really sort of talking about focusing on holding that to yourself, things that have been nibbling away at you, sort of stopping those sorts of things from occurring any further. Okay, so sorry that was a bit of a negative message there for you guys. Obviously, I don't mean it in a negative way, and you'd much rather have that warning now than to carry that on into the future. Now, for your love portion, I have drawn 3 cards there. So firstly, we've got the Clover. So that is sort of saying that in your love and romantic life at the moment, you are facing a period of actual good luck and being able to take risks within your love and romantic life at this current time. The Clover is one of the best cards, and it does sort of overshadow any negatives throughout the whole reading. It does sort of have that power with it to, and once again, with the abundance in the general there, I'd be sort of saying that, yeah, that definitely will be overshadowing any negatives in your life at the moment. So this potential in your love life at the moment for a bit of good luck, short-term risks within those that arena, go for it. Basically, it's telling you to, if there's something you've been thinking about doing when it does come to romance, go for it. Now's the time to take that risk and take that leap of faith and jump on in. Now, with the child and the anchor, that sort of would be telling me that you have been sort of restraining your inner child a little bit when it does come to the love and the way that you're showing love. So, the child is all about innocence and joy and finding that happiness. Children do have that really innocent, and it can talk about new beginnings as well. So, childhood is the beginning of life. It's just saying that you are sort of in this phase at the moment, and that you're needing to find that that sense of play, to find the resilience to face anything that comes through for you this month when it does come to love and relationships. There is a strong element of security with the anchor as well. So be secure and innocent in the way that you're looking at your love relationships. Have that childlike sense of wonder towards, if you have a partner, or towards love in general. And that will really see you guys through this month, and especially with that Clover card there, that sort of, like I said, overshadows anything else when it comes to that particular card. So you really are in this sense of, have a bit of a fun. This can be a bit of a play type energy, like getting out there and having fun and doing those things that as a child you might not have done as much of as what you had wanted. So think about what your perception of love was when you were a child and what you wanted for your love life when you were young, and sort of bringing that through into your current love and romance. That random play dates with your partner sounds like fun this month for you guys, Aquarius. Now, for your general health section, we do have the Lily. Once again, this is another career card. So with that financial career type connection, I would be sort of saying that maybe some of the things where you are losing some of that money out with those previous cards there might be in the health arena. So if you've got a gym membership that you're not using, if you have health policies or whatever, maybe shop around this month, have a look at different policies that might be able to serve you a little bit better and help fine-tune those finances for you as well. The Lily does talk about longevity. So as a health card, it really does talk about longevity and, you know, your retirement age and looking at your health, about, you know, things that you want to carry on into your whole life, and having that, and what things are going to help you bring more longevity into your life health wise at the moment. So that might resonate for someone out there, but I feel that once again is linking up with that financial aspect. So that could actually be somewhere where you are needing to double check those finances in any health related services that you are financially involved with as well. Now for your general shadow work this month, Aquarius, I do like to talk about shadow work with all my readings. It's you know, obviously if we are facing issues like you know, having to double check our finances and things like that, sometimes that shadow work is really important to sort of help you work out where you go wrong with the way you're thinking. With obviously you had clouds as your overview as well, so maybe it's the way that you're thinking about how you spend money and things like that that needs just a little bit of fine-tuning there. So we'll see what your shadow work for this month is, and obviously always heading towards self-growth and betterment of yourself for yourself as well. Okay, so for your shadow work this month, sorry, I've just kicked that table. Okay, for your shadow work this month, we do have the bird there. So that's talking about, you know, it can, traditionally this is the owl in the traditional decks. So that can talk about, you know, having the wisdom to accept grief off in the distance and things like that as well. So a lot of anxiety that it talks a lot about that that mind speak, sometimes with our mind racing a mile a minute. It can sort of talk about that sort of anxiety element as well. Things that you, you know, any issues of grief or loss you've had, it can be talking about those as well. So it's talking about sort of looking at those, accepting those, looking at the way that we're thinking about those things. How can we try to deal with these things better? How can we accept these things and start to deal with them rather than letting our mind just go off a million miles a minute with all the negatives? How can we actually start to bring some positives into the things that we are mourning and anxious about? So I feel that once again that comes back to the way you're thinking about things as well. So, you know, unfortunately, grief, loss, anxiety, it's something that a lot of us have to deal with in this life. But it's how you deal with these things that do actually help you progress for yourself. But we actually have the stars for your other shadow work card there as well. So basically I would say like the stars is actually a very strong positive card. So it's talking about wishes and hope and optimism. So to me that is really, really shouting out once again the way that we're thinking at the moment. We are stopping ourselves from having that optimism, that hope. We're forgetting that, you know, we are that star in the darkness. We can't, without the darkness around us, we can't shine. So you do need to be thinking about how can we be more positive this month, Aquarius? How can we let our shine come through? Basically, like, I feel very strongly that that's something that's really thought-based for you at this current time. You know, you guys are stopping yourselves from shining. You're so focused on the dark that you're not seeing the stars. So I feel like that's a big thing for you guys this month, Aquarius. So I'm sorry we've had a bit of a harder reading today for you guys there, but unfortunately that's the ebbs and flows of life, right? And like I said, we do need the darkness to be able to see the stars shine. So just don't forget that, you know, each and every one of us does have that beautiful light within us, and it's up to us to bring it out of ourselves and let other people see that, and you know, shine brightly like a diamond. Isn't that how it goes? Shine bright like a diamond. Anyway, thank you for your time today, Aquarius. Please like, subscribe, comment on the video. I am a brand new channel, so I am trying to sort of just get myself out there a little bit. And so any comments, if that resonated with you or not, any comments are muchly appreciated. And thank you very much. I hope to see you again soon.